Silver medals for Czechia. WHL commissioner out there on the ice.
The goaltenders, devant le filet, number 1, numéro 1.
Czechia put up a fight. Oh, I mean, we expected them to. We were talking about it before the game. Probably at some point in the third, be a one-goal game. It took almost all of it to get there, but they did not go away after giving up 2 goals in the first. They held tight the rest of the way.
And I don't think that should come as any surprise based on what we saw from the outside of the tournament. We heard Gavin McKenna tell Julia Teixeira that, you know, Czechia beat Canada 6-4. And, you know, they served notice that you better take us seriously. And Canada did take them seriously, but it's a good tournament. I've said this about the other countries that have been in this. This is about preparing now for the rest of the season to get ready for the U18 championship in Frisco, Texas in April. And this is something that'll serve the Czechs very well. And you know, the Canadian players, a lot of them are going to be playing against the Czechia players. There's a lot of them that are going to be playing in the CHL.
In 5 games, Czechia gave up 8 goals and didn't win the tournament. think about that. 8 goals against in 5 games, and you still come up short.
Well, I loved what Gavin McKenna said. Everybody, you know, did what they needed to do together. You know, everybody contributed to it. Everybody competed and dug in, and that's really important.
Number 21,
there's Banach, the all-time leading scorer in the history of this event.
Had an assist on the only goal.
Number 25, numéro 25, Mattea Picard.
He'll be playing in the USHL with the Youngstown Phantoms.
Should be good for his game, hey?
It'll be like to play on the smaller rink and get adjusted to that, a little more contact. It's really
in your
good.
Draft year to answer any questions scouts would have about, well, can he do it on the smaller rink?
Absolutely, and the European coaches, the players, they always tell you that ultimately they want to play in the NHL. Well, the NHL is the size of the rink. You got to get comfortable to play well on that size rink. So they always welcome the opportunity to come and play in North America on these rinks against the North American teams, and so it's a real benefit for their not only for their international experience, but also because what they're ultimately trying to do is get to the NHL.
These two nations have met 10 times in the gold medal final at this tournament. Canada is now a perfect 10-0.
Chris Millette, I mean, this is his first time as the head coach of this team, but it's his 3rd consecutive Halinka. He was an assistant in Red Deer when they won the gold medal, assistant last year where they won it in Břeclav, Czechia. And you're taking a group of players and, you know, trying to get them to meld together, to understand how we want to play, and, you know, trying to instill system. Chris says, oh, I just stand behind the bench. Yeah, there's the disappointment of the Czechia team.
When will these kids have started playing together as a national group?
U16.
So, okay,
yeah, that's when they usually come together in Europe. Yeah, they start to, you know, come together and play. U17 for certain. I saw a lot of these players on the Czechia team play last year in Charlottetown in November at the U17 World Hockey Challenge. But give Chris Millette and the coaches lots of credit. They deserve it for taking a group of young players and getting them primed to come and compete at a high level and ultimately win.